Dented Sanctity, a prayer of St. G. Thou moon, for we will address as sacred all which you have made, not as a wounded vassal to a perfect king or perfect thing, for these all, like we, have fallen to some ruin, so that it is a march of defectives, not destroyed, for all will rise again. Surely they rise to greet us, comradely, the moon, the sun and stars, the mountains, seas, and all upon the land. We are brother fox and brother moon. All laid before us has a dented sanctity, that which can be pounded out in trial, as to which we are subjected. No pagan form can rival the richness of the pilgrim's progress in life. Seen of Jesus, you grasped things, not in their relative, but in their absolute ideal aspect. All is sacred to you. You trial, for we were trialed. We suffer, for you have suffered. By it we will stand before the throne as brothers, you in your perfect human form, we in ours. And now the coming of age has begun to be present with your death and resurrection. Further we will ascend as you did ascend. It is the Spirit of God who gives form and character to this perfecting time. All that enters into it, forms part of it, or takes place in it, is Spirit-infused, an omnipresent element, and thus all becomes spiritual in its mode of excellence and quality. We shall not worship these forms, nor they us. But why is it said, the trees clap their hands, and these stones shall shout? We are in conscious contact with this world, all senses active, and in the world to come, actual contact now, but without the many spiritual senses which will be given to us. We are creatures of the eschaton, the final things, even now foretasting the powers of the age to come. For we do not experience your prompts, your sanctions, your blessings. We hear, we pray, not to an abstract ideal, but to a perfect, all-powerful person. Your personhood is stamped on all things of this world. We especially are the clay you are forming. We are told of good things to come as realized by the death of Christ. These in terms not only in time, but also in terms of place. Believers are situated where the eschatological world has its center. The age to come is the realm of redemption, the reign of the Spirit. What is it we have left behind to come to this? The old age is the Old Testament lying behind the bisection of the history of redemption. The old is not something evil, but rather a world of shadows. There is no ethical contrast from then to now. The Old Testament is preparatory as over against the perfect, final character of this age. The two spheres of the heavenly and earthly life do not lie one above the other, without touching. Heaven, with its gifts and powers and joys, descends into our earthly experience. So we may say, thou moon, as it reflects the sun, and they bow to us, perfect reflections of the perfect God. Amen.